All right, sweet. So we're gonna discuss how two things in particular: how to get more contractors as clients for your marketing agency, and the second thing is we're gonna discuss how to ensure that you provide these great services so the contractors' calendars always booked, and so that they keep on using your service month after month.
Yep.
So a couple of things. So right off the bat, to be able to get to more construction clients, you got to remind yourself that construction companies are very busy. They're always on the job. They really, a lot of times they don't have times to answer calls all the time. If they answer a call, it's after work, after 7 o'clock at night, 7 or 8 o'clock when the sun kind of comes down. They usually work by the sun. So it's depending on the time zone, it's when the sun comes down is when to actually call them.
Yeah.
They sometimes might answer texts on the jobs, emails. Sometimes they answer emails. So in terms of bringing on more clients, understanding that they're not really scrolling through Instagram or Facebook ads unless it's a weekend or unless it's after hours, then they might see an actual ad. There's in terms of bringing more contractors in, what I found to really just be the absolute best way to bring more contractors in is to do two things: is a series of emails and messaging. And calling. So what I've done to get a bunch of contractors under my belt is I've scraped in my area, 1,000 different contractors. And then what I would do is I would laser target my offer. And my offer would be like, I will personally guarantee that you have jobs every single day this month. And it's going to be easier than how you're currently doing it now. Some sort of offer that you can kind of split test, and you can split test through emails and subject lines. Okay. And then what I would do is, after honing in that offer by split testing subject lines, is anybody that has opened up that email, has at least opened up that email, I will make sure that I have an army of virtual assistants at the ready, so that as soon as like 6 or 7 o'clock happens, when the contractors are gone, when they're home, when they're done with work, and they can actually answer the call. So around 6 to around 9 o'clock at night, that 4-hour window is when I will have my virtual assistants then call them and schedule up appointments with me. And the call will be very, very simple. I'll touch upon the pain points. I'll reach out to them like, hey, is this blade with so-and-so contracting? I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot. And then I'll be like, great. What we do is we ensure that your calendar is completely booked, and it's a lot easier than how you're currently handling jobs now. We put together a platform that you can send out estimates, send out proposals, that you can have it as a mobile app, that you can handle conversations, that you can use an AI virtual assistant to book jobs for you. So you can quite literally fire your secretary. And what we're also going to do is that you're going to be able to also charge about double the price of what you're already charging now, because your calendar is going to be so jam-packed booked that you're only going to want to only select the jobs that are double the price, that are going to pay you double than what you're getting paid already. So what I'm offering you is a way to selectively choose jobs that are going to be double the price, that your operations are going to be completely streamlined, and that you're going to be able to send invoices and estimates off through your phone and even handle your payments all through one application. So what I'm offering you is a full business in a box solution. You might want to also include like Google My Business or Google search ads as well too, because for contractors, Google search ads work a little bit better, but I'll go into that in a second. But what I'm trying to say is the system that I found that works is that cold email and then calling those people up. Calling up anybody who's opened up that email. And between the times of after around 6 or 7 to like 9 o'clock. That kind of makes sense?
Oh, yeah. It makes a lot of sense, actually.
And I'm sure you understand how to scale that shit up. Obviously, do more emails, hire more virtual assistants. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah.
And then now the second thing is we got to make sure that these clients actually stay with us. We want to make sure that these and how do we do that? The contractors got to be making money, so as long as the contractors are making money, they're going to continue to pay you. So how do we do that? We got to do this in terms of making sure that calendar already stays booked. We got to make sure that it's easier for them. We got to make sure that, honestly, it's not even in terms of money with contractors, because contractors are always super, super busy, unless it's a very, very high-end contractor that's already making more than a million every single year. If it's a little bit lower than that, then most of the times, those people aren't really looking for an incredible amount of money to be able to be generated. What they're really looking for is more free time, is more time to spend with their family, is more time is less time spent handling proposals and more time spent doing the job and then going home, maybe hanging out with the friends at the bar, or, hanging out with the families, or whatever it is. They really do. A lot of contractors, rather than having money, they want more free time. They want operations streamlined, and oftentimes you need to be selective with the contractors you work with, because I find that when you're working with contractors that are older, they're a lot more closed-minded, and they solely work in referrals. Whereas if you work with a contractor in between the ages of like 25 and like 35, they're a lot more open-minded, a lot more open to into implementing new systems. So that comes along with targeting. When you're sending out these emails, make sure, I wouldn't necessarily just use like D7 lead finder to find a whole bunch of contractors. I would make my targeting a lot more specific. I would actually hire virtual assistants. I would have them scrape LinkedIn so you can find contractors that are doing only more than 10K a month, and make sure you specifically send messages out to those contractors, open-minded, young people, have a family, those are the best contractors to want to work with. So now, in terms of keeping those calendars booked, you do a couple of things. Obviously you set up the Go High Level system. I would make sure that you focus on one specific niche. And maybe it's roofing, maybe it's HVAC, maybe it's electricians, plumbing, whatever it is. The reason why I'm saying work on one specific niche first is to figure out that system. Figure out that electrician system, the entire sales procedure, going all the way between a lead coming in, nurturing, scheduling an appointment, and closing. Then the entire onboarding procedure, the agreement is signed, they schedule up a time to go to the house, they go to the house, job is completed, or maybe they had to go to the house again, and then the contractor has to send out the invoice, make that automated, the contractor then gets paid, sends out a receipt to the person. All that shit's got to be automated. And then after that, he asks for a Google My Business review. So when you and I made that mistake myself, which is why I'm telling you about this, is because when I first started, I was trying to work with roofers, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, now landscaping, handyman, all these different things. And I'd find out how to make a CRM for like 8 different clients. And it was every single time it was a different thing. And what I'm trying to say is that, I did have a team with me, 2 other virtual assistants helping me out, but we were very scattered. It was a lot harder to scale. So what I'm trying to say is, work with like HVAC for first, figure out that system, that incomplete system that these contractors don't have to do shit. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to call people up. They don't want to text people. They really don't, they don't want to do any of that stuff. They don't want to send out proposals. They don't want to send out receipts. They don't want to ask for reviews. They just want to go in there, get the job done, and put money in their pocket and go hang out with their friends or their family, So what I'm trying to say is laser target on one specific type of contractor. Then what do you want to do? Once you have the back end set up for them, focus on Google My Business ranking first. Google My Business will get them a crazy influx of jobs and leads if it's ranked on the first page of Google. And there's a couple ways to do that. Obviously, you can open up multiple different Google My Business accounts in their area, so that whenever it be one of the key factors of a Google My Business being ranked up high is how far the person is that's searching up for that service. So proximity is one of it. So if you have multiple different Google My Businesses around that you're ranking up for the contractor, it's gonna result in more jobs for them. In addition to that, making sure the contractor has a bunch of reviews. So one of the first things that I do with them is something called a reactivation campaign with my contractors. In which case, I take all their past clients, all their past leads, and I blow up a bunch of emails asking for referrals on other jobs and also asking for testimonials. And if they give me a testimonial, I might even give them a $5 Starbucks gift card or a $5 Amazon gift card, because I'm willing to pay for that, because that's going to bring in a bunch of more jobs. You kind of explain to the contractor that they should be willing to pay for that. It's going to bring in more jobs. Think about it, like every other review that they get, that's another job that they might get, it's going to rank them further. Another thing too, so being active, getting a bunch of reviews are very important. And then also to make sure it's ranked is the keywords that you're using on it. So for example, one business, there's two types of businesses. One might be all American contracting or Toronto contracting. The other one might be the best roofer in New Jersey.
Yeah.
What's going to get ranked higher?
The
best roofer in New Jersey is going to get ranked higher because what people are searching up in Google gets ranked. People aren't searching up Toronto contracting. People are searching up the best roofer in New Jersey. You know what I mean? So make sure that you're using keywords on there. Not a lot of people know about that. That's kind of organic ways. Next thing as well too is what I do is I have a bunch of VA hustlers, I call them. I call my virtual assistant hustlers. And what they do is they join all of the local communities, Facebook group communities in the contractors area. So for example, back in Jersey, we had, close to New Jersey, we got Wilkes, Scranton, Bergen, blah, blah, X, Y, and Z, all these different little surrounding towns around us. Each one of these surrounding towns, it's going to be like Hemlock community. It's going to be like Scranton community. It's going to be closer community on these Facebook groups. So to bring in a rapid cash injection for these contractors, whenever you see like maybe 2 days, this guy doesn't have jobs, just have a couple of VAs go to those communities, check them out, because chances are there are going to be a bunch of people looking for recommendations for great contractors, for roofers, for HVAC, for all those people. I'm going to be honest with you. Google My Business and communities, Facebook group communities, for my business is booked, completely booked for the next 2 months, just on Google My Business and Facebook group communities alone. Completely booked, just from that. Obviously you can 10x that as well too, because what you can do is you can do Google keyword search campaigns. Google ads already gives you a $500 credit. So that's like $500 for free to be able to advertise on. So Google search ads are the best because it brings you the highest quality. If you compare Google search ads compared to like Facebook ads, the quality on Facebook ads is a lot lower because, that's the ad popping in front of somebody that's like roof repair, but the guy might not necessarily need it just at the moment yet. Whereas if somebody's actually searching up for roof repair, they're going to need it right away. So Google keyword search campaigns perform a lot better than any other type of advertising platforms.
Yeah. So this is awesome, and I think you just gave a masterclass on how to.
Bro, some people I charge some people like $10,000 for this course. All right, man. You got it for free right there in under 10 minutes.
Yeah, this was amazing. So something I want to understand, right? So if I am a roofer, for example, so are you telling me, if I joined you, if I took your service, you're going to take care of booking my calendar, taking care of the payments and all you're almost like an admin, somebody who will just make sure everything's running smoothly, including the jobs lined up, the best jobs, the most high paying one.
Exactly.
Right?
Because when I first started this, bro, I was more so a lead gen agency in terms, that was maybe 4 or 5 years ago when Dan Henry was really, really big. And he would have a course that I took, and it was just like, hey, run Facebook ads, get leads, use my app, deliver the leads to the contractor or to the person, and then they'll call them up. But they don't want to call up those individual leads. They don't have time for that. And you already know the time it takes between when that lead comes in and the contractor actually calls them. That might be a 5-hour even day or even a 2-day gap between when they call up that lead. And the longer they wait to call up that lead, the more likely that potential prospect is to look at comparator pricing and overall just go to somebody else. So if you really want to have a contractor paying you money like forever, you need to be that full, I call it a business in a box agency. The old things of just lead gen doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, makes sense. And high level makes it easy. Yeah, your lead initiative is still, you're doing the Facebook ads with the lead forms and all of that, right? So you're still doing the lead generation for them.
Yes.
Okay.
But mine's a little bit different. Yeah, mine's a little bit different because my niche My
Okay.
bread and butter is credit repair. So on
Okay.
credit repair, Google search ads aren't the best.
Mm.
It's Instagram and Facebook Messenger ads. Don't get me wrong. What you could do is you can do Google keyword search and then
Mhm.
retarget with Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
will work very well. That will work
Yes.
very well.
Okay. Mhm.
Also, as well, too, my man, in terms of the AI virtual assistant,
Mm.
excuse me. Let me kind of pull my side up over here. But what I'm trying to say is that with the AI virtual assistant, excuse me, any leads coming in through Instagram, Facebook,
Mm.
Google My Business, Google keyword search, you can send them over to Messenger or to Instagram DM or to just straight up just shoot you over a text. You
Mm.
know, so there's 3 different platforms over here, and what we have set into place is, let me pull this up really quick. And what we have set in place over here, this one's a little bit different because this one is a credit repair, but let me show you really quick. All right, cool. But what we
So,
have in terms of credit
are
repair,
you yeah, are you using anything like Happy Chat or any of those things?
this is
Like,
better. I'll be honest. This is a lot easier and a lot better.
okay,
Because it's so much simpler to set up.
uh,
You know, you put the
okay.
description over here, you
Mhm.
add a knowledge base in terms of questions. All you got to do is put their website in here, and it's gonna
Okay.
grab
Mhm.
their website. It's gonna
Mhm.
learn from their website and be able to speak on behalf of their website based on the information on there. Obviously, you can add FAQ questions on here. You could add PDF documents on here. So a
Mhm.
lot of real estate agents, what they would do is they would add their MLS, all their home listings, you know, and put
Okay.
information on the
Mhm.
home listings like 2 bedrooms, a pool, you know, house is 500K. And so when a lead would come in and be like, hey, I want a house that's 300K, has 2 bedrooms, has a pool, you know, it would move them over in, it would match them with the correct house that
Mhm.
has the 2 bedrooms at the budget, whatever criteria they asked for, and it would move them over to schedule up a showing for that specific house. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is that this is over here. How we have it set up is integrates directly to your Go High Level account with the API. Super simple. You know, you add qualification questions over here if you want to. You can have it book into your Go High Level account or your Google account or whatever you want to do. And then over here, you can just test out the conversational workflow through on the right here. You can reset it, you can clear the chat, and you can just speak back and forth with it right here. Like I said, this integrates with Instagram, Facebook, and also text messaging as well too.
Okay. So, has this used Zapier at the back end?
No, it does not. It's directly integrated with OpenAI using
Okay.
our backend platforms that we did. We kind of coded it in, and then it integrates with Go High Level or any CRM that you have
Mhm.
with an API connection over here.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And
Yes.
what we do
Mhm.
too as well is we want to make sure over here at Funnel Hacker Lab, my man, we want to make sure everybody's as successful as possible because
Mhm.
ultimately the more money we make you, the more you're gonna end up paying us. So what we do is we completely manage this for you. So we do
Mhm.
have a couple of
Mhm.
roofing ones already. Hold up, let me go to playground open AI. Because we do already have a bunch of prompts that we kind of give to people. You know, we completely set up for everybody. Um,
Okay.
but we do have prompts already built out in terms of roofing. I don't know if we have HVAC just yet.
Mhm.
But we do have, what do we have here? Barber shop. I have a roofer one over here. Do I have a home your Yeah. In terms of here, you know, I kind of go back and forth over here. This I want to replace your roof, you know, kind of just going back and forth over here. What I'm trying to say is that we already have all the prompts. We pretty much already set everything up for you as well, too.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah. And send me information about your Discord also.
Yeah, I'll send
Yeah.
you over the
Yeah.
access right now. I think it can truly help you a lot because
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
on my
Yes.
Discord, let me
Send me
show
on
you
this.
quick.
Mhm.
Let me quickly show you something before we hop off here. Let me
Okay.
pop this up. Give me a quick second. You know, on my Discord, I really try to make sure I help out everyone as much as I can. You know, I really
Great.
do. You
It's
know,
awesome, man.
it's a community I'm trying to build, and I want
Uh-huh.
everybody to win. I want everybody to become millionaires in this community. So
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is that, you know, people ask questions on my Discord all the time. And then what I do, and they ask for advice, they ask for like, how do I do a rapid cash injection? You know, what's the next steps I should probably do? Different things like that. Where'd it go? Wait a second. Oh, it's loading up here. Wait a second. So what I do over here on my Discord, here it's popping up here. Come on, load up. Hello, hello. Just give me a quick second.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Wait for it. We're starting it up over here. Quick second, quick second. There we go. Cool. All right, here we go. This is gonna load now. Hello. There we go. Cool. So what I'm trying to say is that over here on my Discord, what we do is, let me scroll, maybe someone can pop one up here. All right, over here, how to get funding. Somebody asked me was how to get funding over here. So I explained exactly how I did it with one of my projects over here. You know, another one over here. This guy, I linked up with a developer. TJ, brother, link up with my actual developer over here because this guy's building his own CRM platform for real estate. And so I linked him up with a developer over here. This guy has a couple of questions in regards to his site over here. And I made sure I give him my best advice and how to even sell the site to the client as well, too. So I'm trying to say is that any questions that you might have in terms of growing your business, advice, you know, you want to, whatever you need, I'm here to help you guys win. You know, I encourage you to hop in here, you know, introduce yourself, talk about a little bit what you do so you can network with other people in here. And then whenever you got to win, you know, whenever you sell somebody, whenever you make some money, whatever it might be, you know, post onto here. You know, this way we can everybody kind of motivate each other. We all kind of just all win together is pretty much what I'm trying to do.
Okay, excellent, man. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
I'll be looking forward to the links. Oh no, Ajit, this was will you send me the recording? I have to go back and watch it again because there's so much information in there, and there were a lot of nuggets which I hadn't really thought about. You know, some of the nuances. Like the biggest pain point is not the money. You know, it's having free time and spending time with the family and the quality of work, right? So they don't want like lots of jobs; they want high-paying jobs, right? Working. So I think those are like you know, small like things, but they are highly valuable, you know, because these are the things which make all the difference in our messaging, right? So if you put out an ad, you know, you're talking about those items and not just the generic. I'll bring you more leads. It's not more leads, you know. It's something else actually, right? So I think you really you know, zeroed in on all of those points. Awesome.
I'm so glad I can help, my man. I'm so glad. If you don't mind, can you put over a quick review over into the Discord? You know, put it under wins or something like that. Because I want to encourage people to hop on these strategy sessions because I want to help everybody out here. So if you don't mind,
yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll be happy to, man. Yeah, that's the least I can do. Yeah,
I appreciate that so much. Anything else, my man? Don't hesitate to reach out. Shoot me a text over on Discord. You know, as you can see, I want you to become a billionaire. Right? I want you to become a billionaire. Let's all win together.
Yeah.
All right, man. It was nice talking
Yeah,
to you.
exactly. Okay, awesome, man. Okay, take care, man.